Uh, Thomas is a bit tense. He wants to go and attack. But he's holding himself back. Right now he's just silent.
It's
Doesn't say anything. He's just
a pretty
staring
nice
intently at
getup you have
Ryugi.
here. It's who's your designer? I'd like to speak to him.
I imported these bits, stone by stone, from Egypt several years ago. It makes a fantastic bit of residence for the cult of Horus.
That's quite intriguing. What can you tell me about this cult of Horus?
It is of my own design. I have revived it from the ashes. And now I rule atop of it for a time.
Well,
Time is almost over. Tonight is the night of my destiny, I believe.
Thomas is gonna pipe up. What ritual are you doing here?
Perhaps I should show you. Shiki, my dear daughter, please come here. And she'll just kind of look across to you for a moment like, this shit isn't real, right?
That is what I constantly tell myself, but here we are.
before we do anything rash, we were having a nice conversation, weren't we? Let's talk for a bit.
Yeah, let's
Of
get down to
course.
brass tacks for a minute. Why'd you who'd you manufacture that little trick that got us all in that same room together to try and kill each other? Let's start with that.
He sort of looks confused for a moment. Kind of goes, I don't know what they have been put to use for. And I do not know exactly who I have sold them to either.
Hold up, so you're the man behind the syringes?
That is correct. I manufactured them. It required several different sources, a merger of sorts.
That
One
is
that requires
extremely
an enlightened
fascinating.
mind like mine to do.
Would you be able and willing to teach how you've been doing that to others?
Well, if you're willing to become a loyal servant, I don't see why not.
What does that mean, become a loyal servant?
I'll be abdicating my throne soon. I'll need someone else to fill in the place.
You want someone else to take over your cult, is that what you're saying?
Of course.
Look, I would gladly volunteer, but I have to be honest. I don't know much about Horus.
Well, you can learn in time, I'm sure. All you have to do is bring Shiki closer.
Yeah,
to me.
well, what are you gonna do with her?
Yeah, what are you gonna do with her?
He just sort of smirks a little bit. Regain what I have lost.
Oh, you're talking about losing your daughter? I mean, she's right there.
Sarah doesn't like the sound of any of this, and she's like holding an arm up defensively, like just to kind of shield Shiki.
Yeah, Thomas is gonna move in front of Shiki with his hand on the hilt, ready to unsheath it at any time.
Right. Sarah is happy you're standing in the way at the very least. And she'll sort of call out, Why did you do all this? Why did you go into hiding? What happened? I thought you were dead. And Ryugi will call back and explain. Oh, I was for a short time. Thanks to Aoko, your lovely sister. She didn't want to learn. She didn't want to be a part of what I was building. So she betrayed me. And Shiki will kind of look back up and go, and so for that you killed her? And he'll shake his head. No, undoubtedly she is hiding too. She would have been my first choice, if I could find her. But you are here again. You can help me return to how I once was. I can be human again.
There's no way to go back from what we are, friend.
Foolish, narrow-minded novice. You do not know the depths that I have seen. You have not seen the heights of the supernal. You do not know what the exarchs have in store. I have seen the path forward to my glory. And even if I have to live this lie here right now, I shall have the truth once again. All I need is a little bit of my own blood, he says, looking towards Shiki.
A little bit or a lot?
Come. And at this, Shiki becomes moving.
Nope,
Tried
nope,
to
don't
step
move,
forward.
Shiki.
No.
I'm holding her back with my 1 strength.
Thomas will hold her back with 3.
Bring her to me. And Thomas, you start dragging her with you.
Wait,
No!
what?
What?
What am
I
I
am,
doing?
Damn it!
What's going on?
I'm going to try to.
I thought I recognized you.
What?
Oh, that's right.
I'm going
He's
to
done this
try
to
to
you
use
before.
my face of the beast on. Well, actually, not yet face of the beast. That might be a bit drastic because that might actually invoke a frenzy. I don't want to do that. I will use dread presence,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will try to intimidate Thomas into knocking that shit off and snap back to reality. Basically, that's.
All right,
Yes,
sweet.
yes, please. Do so.
I'm not gonna make you roll anything, Ventru. Thomas, just roll some resolve blood potency real quick.
So resolve what?
Resolve blood potency.
Alrighty. Nothing else?
Yep, just that. It's your resistance.
What the?
You, with the frightening terror and aura of Guntram filling the room, you sort of snap out of it and realize, oh, something's about to happen. Just looking at him. And then you realize, wait a second, why was I doing this? Your body was out of your control for a moment.
Whoa! Oh! Oh my god! What is happening? Jesus Christ!
That man over there clearly has some control over you. How's he doing it? Are you using the dominate discipline? And he asks. He directs himself towards Ryuki when he asks that.
There are many paths to the same place, but it seems like I need to distract you for a moment. And from this, the pool begins to stir. Ryugi's scepter smacks the ground and it echoes through the hall. From the pool crawl several figures. The first is much like Jack as he is, but flesh drips off of his body. What remains is plastic in nature. Metal is exposed around his body. Electricity arcs from limb to limb. His eyes are dull and lifeless, but attentive. On his right metal pectoral are small blue letters. Action Jack, fully posable. 3 different voice lines. The second
What?
is a large human-sized rat, struggling out of the pool and getting onto 2 legs, looking about before standing still, arms spread out in panic to help it balance as it gazes nervously from face to face.
Oh man, I resent that.
Guntram steps out of the pool, well suited as he is, with a handful of bodyguards flanking him. The more he moves into the light, the more off he seems. His eyes lid rather than blink. His skin seems rough and saggy before you realize that it's shedding, suit included, and beneath it are scales. He looks around the room, ignoring every single one of you and all the others that are stepping out of the pool. Thomas, too, steps out of the pool, breathing heavily. Hands are pairs of claws, skin scarred and bruised all around. He looks up with fire and anger in his eyes, and speaks with the voice of his own mother. Get your ass right back to your room, damn it.
All the Freud complex.
No.
Indeed. And
He's
I will go ahead and
screaming
pull up some
inside.
turn order here. And this is just so that we can clarify what's happening in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Sarah, we have Thomas, we have Guntram, we have Jack Double, Sarah Double.
So the rat's the Sarah double, or what?
Yeah. That's why I said I resent that.
Hey, Thomas has someone else, but it has the voice of his mom. That's kind of weird.
I'd rather have that than be a rat.
Hey, at least Guntram's look kind of cool, and Jax as well.
I'm just a rat.
Axe Jack.
Axe and Jack.
And a fucking lizard? Like what? Are you implying that Gunter is secretly a lizard?
Incidentally, George and Jean have both collapsed onto the floor.
Oh no.
Huh? Uh-oh.
Alright. Let me get an initiative out of everyone, and I'm gonna sort out these guys' initiatives.
So, what's the... No, got it.
14, that's pretty good. Damn, look at that 17 initiative.
Did I roll it right, or did I roll it wrong? Oops.
It's just a flat D10 plus the initiative score, so...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, whoops,
There
I
should
did
be
twice.
a button.
I'll take the first
You
one.
I'll
did.
take the first one, so...
You rolled 3
What's-
times.
Oh, you
Did?
did? Yeah.
Crap. Oh, I didn't really get
More
the first time.
Yeah, 17 was your first roll.
Oh, can we go with that?
Oh, okay,
No,
I found
14
it.
was the first roll.
Was it?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Oh, you rolled 4 times. What the fuck?
I
Thomas,
Yeah.
clicked too many times on that. I didn't think it worked.
can I
got
get a
it.
Jack initiative and Guntram initiative?
I did.
We already rolled. Mine is 14.
Oh, I missed that.
And Jax is 11.
Yeah, I see this now. $14. And oh yes. That just leaves these guys. They have 13. In case they become important. And then of course the big guy. Which, just to show off, because I don't think Guntram's seen this picture yet.
Yep. Thomas knows that
Nice.
face very well. That bastard.
He's the lowest. All right. So we do have plenty of double initiatives, and I'm going to go ahead and give priority to players when that comes up. So Guntram and Sarah, you two are up first, whomever would like to go first. What is the first thing you're doing right now?
Well, shouldn't the initiative be declared the other way around so that we can actually react to what the others are gonna do?
That was as we've tried to figure out, that appears to be like a 1E way of doing things. 2E just says you roll it and that's the order you go. And if you have celerity,
okay.
you can jump it.
Okay.
You can still probably do reactions like say, oh, it's not my turn yet, someone's firing at me, I jump into cover. I think you can still do something like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I believe like the default rules is that you declare your intent reverse initiative order, and then you actually do the
Yeah,
round
that was
in
the
the
way 1E
initiative
did it,
order.
and man, was it confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're right here. What are you going to do? You could also say you want to wait and act later.
Um.
Which would essentially be the same way. You wait to interrupt someone else later.
I am no okay. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to use my face of the beast on Ryugi. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Ooh, okay. So tell me what this is gonna do.
Yeah. I'll get the rules real quick so we're not making any accidental
Actually,
mistakes. Hmm.
no, never mind.
Face of the beast. All it takes is a glance, and the vampire can magnify one of his victim's fears to truly horrifying levels. If she knows what sort of thing fears her victim, she can choose to enhance that fear specifically. Otherwise, she inspires an unguided terror that flares up in the victim's heart without knowing precisely what he's afraid of. Cost 1 vitae. I have to roll a presence plus empathy plus nightmare versus his composure plus blood bonesy or whatever else he has. I think he has blood bonesy because he is
Probably
he's a
does.
vampire, right?
Composure plus?
In his case, his resistance is it is a composure. Yeah, composure plus blood bonesy, and I'm gonna have to roll a presence plus empathy plus nightmare.
Okay.
So and I'm going to, if you allow me, to use my last willpower on that.
Go ahead.
All right. What the fuck? Are you
What?
fucking kidding me?
Oh no!
Good lord.
Wow.
Oh god.
Wow.
This is
I
what I
just want
warned
to
you
establish here as well. He also rolled 0.
Oh, in that
I
case,
was-
we are in a. That means that we have a clash of wills, and I believe that means we both have to roll again. I mean, I don't remember how clash of wills exactly works.
I mean, it seems clear that it just didn't work and nobody knows what happened.
You're
Well,
standing there
if
like,
if
wait.
if I have 0 success and he also has 0 composure, so like, wouldn't that be then a clash of wills? Like normally that results in a clash of wills if the both roll the same amount.
Sure, let's roll a Clash of Wills. What do we roll for this?
Let me double check how that exactly works. Clash of wills. Sometimes two disciplines clearly oppose one another if the normal system for the disciplines fail to resolve this, such as when two vampires attempt to dominate the same person or aspects turn against the vampire hidden by obfuscate. There's a clash of wills. All characters using conflicting powers enter a contested roll-off, each using a pool of his blood potency plus his dots
Oh, there
in
we
the
go.
discipline.
Conflicted powers. That's supposed to be power versus power, isn't it?
Yeah, but I believe that's also what happens when you both roll the same. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it just means that nothing happens. But I thought if you roll the same number, that also happens.
It's more of like discipline versus discipline.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fair enough.
Oh,
Like,
you
it's
did
not-
give it your best try, and Ryugi just cackles up on his throne for a moment.
Well, what it reads on the failure is that he's still put aback by it. It just doesn't phase him enough that it would hinder him doing whatever the fuck he's doing.
Right. And of course, the rest of the room does at least feel your presence. You're selling your Nosferatu right now, for sure.
Yeah.
Sarah, what's your plan of action here?
Mm,
Incidentally, Shiki has disappeared.
Oh shit.
Damn it. All right. I am going to. Well, first off, I'm gonna activate spend a VtR to activate my predatory aspects.
All right, sweet.
So I definitely start to look a bit more rat-like. True to my rat doppelganger here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I activate just one of the aspects, or can I activate all three of them? I was never really too sure on that.
All of them activate together at the same time.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
I guess you could ostensibly say, I don't want this, but...
Nah. No, I'll take it all.
Okay.
Let's see.
But you got the 3 that you chose initially.
Yep.
So before everyone, Sarah turns into a more rat-like shape, mimicking her own doppelganger.
Now you can't tell us apart. That's gonna be confusing.
Oh yeah. And I believe that's just reflexive, isn't it? So what are you going to do? Jump him?
I am going to attempt to wall crawl. And wall crawl across the ceiling if I can get to it. Towards
Absolutely.
Ryugi.
You could crawl up one of the pillar statues and get right up onto the ceiling if you wanted.
All right. I am on the ceiling and I'm moving towards Ryugi if I can.
Okay. What's your speed like?
My speed, I believe it's still normal.
Well, I mean, like, what's the number?
Yeah, speed is 9.
Okay, so you will start moving that direction then.
Yep.
I think you could probably choose to try to run and get there, and be basically face to face if you wanted.
I will do that.
Okay. So you spend your action moving and also move, and you will be directly over top Ryugi, or crawling down the wall behind him if you wish.
That sounds good.
Cool. The Thomas double. Let's look and see what he looks like. Alright.
Oh boy.
He's going to march right up and use his claws to swipe at his own self. So, Thomas, incoming attack. How much defense do you have?
6.
6. Very good.
That's pretty
And
good.
Yeah.
he will manage to successfully connect and do 2 lethal damage.
Oof.
Where do I put that on the character sheet?
From left to right in your help boxes. Should be like a help
Oh,
thingy.
okay. I still need to do this.
Yeah, so
Alright.
you
Like-
check mark them until they have the X, and the X represents lethal.
Bashing is 1, lethal is 2, and aggravated is 3. Clicks, I mean.
Yep.
Click each box once for bashing, twice for lethal, 3 times for aggravated.
Oh, that's why I had wound penalties. I was doing the wrong
Got
way.
it. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. That's gonna leave a mark in the morning. Ow.
Alright. Interestingly enough, it is lethal. It does not go to your vampiric bashing at all.
That's
This is
that's
more
scary.
pain than you've probably felt in a long while.
Oh. Oh god. That's good to know.
The cultists, interestingly enough, are no longer here. They appear
Uh-oh.
to have vanished as well. How odd. Jack,
I
what you can do?
am a trained observer, so would I have had a chance to have noticed these people disappearing, or where they might have gone?
Yes, go ahead and make the roll. Let's do it at -3.
That is wits composure.
Yes.
And I have 9 again because I'm a trained observer.
Yup.
-3, you said?
Yes. On an
Nice.
exceptional success,
Ooh.
you saw them fade like a mirror shattering. It happened in almost an instant, but they disappeared and left behind a bit of a void that filled itself immediately. It seemed very strange to you, but you realized for a moment it wasn't them disappearing, it was everything else. Where you are might not be real.
Hmm.
Well, this is just a moment where I'm as dumb as my character because I actually don't know how to take that.
The mystery builds.
If I was playing D&D, what I would do is stab myself. But that doesn't work because we just saw him get stabbed and that didn't do anything.
Alright, would observing be an action? I always feel weird about that.
Well, I only asked because I'm a trained observer and you just mentioned out of the blue that everybody disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
An observation is just me using my eyes.
Yeah, so let's go ahead with that's just a reflexive action for you to notice what's going on. What you gonna do about it?
Is Ryugi still in the room?
He appears to still be on his throne.
Am I in melee range with Ryugi?
No, you're at least over 10 meters. You could close the distance, though.
I'm asking for other reasons that you already know about.
Oh, right. The answer would be then no.
Alright.
You're not in melee range of him.
Well, then I quick draw my bow and I point an arrow at Ryugi with the intent to fire it. Not calling a shot though, I'm just gonna shoot it at him because I fully expect the arrow is just gonna go right through him and land in the throne.
In which case, you are absolutely correct, and that is exactly what happens.
Ah, damn.
His form shimmers for just a
Fuck.
second.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We need to get out of here.
That's my turn.
Okay. It is now the Sarah Double's turn. And it is going to crawl up the walls as well,
Hey.
and try to follow you along.
What a copycat.
Quit
or
copying me.
Or copyright, I don't know.
And I would like you to roll Stamina plus Resolve plus Blood Potency.
Me?
Yes.
Alright. Copyrat. That's amazing.
Oh, snap.
Oh no. Plus blood potency.
2. So it has 2 successes on you.
Mm-hmm.
And you will take 2 bashing damage then. And because I believe you said you were out of willpower, aren't you?
Yeah.
You feel drained. Your energy is just leaving you.
Oh no.
The urge to just skitter off and run rises.
Oh.
The Jack Double just looks at Jack and does almost nothing. One of his voice lines activates. You are not a threat. Thomas! You are getting clawed at by your double.
Yeah, that was. I'm gonna feel that in the morning. Okay. He's not going to. Is there any exits around here that we can see? Or is this just this one room?
It is just this one room. There are no doors. Even the one behind you, of course, takes quite a little effort to open.
Hmm. So, I was thinking that Ryugi's not real. Well, first, Thomas is going to keep a safe distance, so he's gonna put his sword in guard and step back away from his double for
Okay.
now. Yeah.
So would this be, say, dodge?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess.
In which case you will take double your defense dice and roll that to oppose his attack roll.
Sweet. On
I know.
guard.
Pretty nice.
We'll keep that in mind.
Ryugi is up there cackling and enjoying himself. Of course, you know he does not seem to be real anymore. The Gundam double will kind of look over at his counterpart and go, "Please, do you have to be so loud? Do you have to raise such a fuss? Surely we can come to agreement here. You know I'm the most reasonable person in this room."
Ada, you're actually right.
What?
See? We're exactly the same, you and I. I know we can come to some sort of arrangement. You just
Yeah.
agree to work under me for now. I believe we can solve this matter very quickly. Don't you
I'm
think?
not going to work under some kind of spell, but if you tell me where I can find Ryugi, you might come to a different kind of deal.
Please.
I'm loving this interaction between Gun and Gundam Double. It's great.
I would like you to roll resolve and composure and blood potency.
All right. Let's see. So resolve
Stop.
plus composure.
He
plus
actually
blood
had the
potency.
slash roll to that. There we go.
Whew.
All right. You succeed. And though you feel kind of this creeping oily aura around you, just sort of encouraging you to just sort of ignore everything, you kind of shrug it off. You don't care. This isn't you, right?
Well, obviously, I'm the real me.
Yes, you are, and it is in fact your turn. What are you going to do?
Look, I'm not sure if there's some kind of self-awareness in that little copy hat of yours, but if there is, how about you help me find your boss, and then perhaps I'll let you live if you can even live without your boss.
Well, I'm not sure you understand how it works around here. You see, I'm the one who's on top. And you can work from the bottom. I'm sure you can get up to my height someday.
I'm gonna test something. See, I'm gonna try to use my Face of the Beast again on my copy, and since I know what my own deepest fear is, I'm gonna try to inspire that kind of fear into my double.
Okay, I'll
Ooh.
even give you a +2 bonus for that.
This is gonna be good.
And in opposition, what shall he roll?
A resolve plus a resolve plus blood potency.
Resolve plus blood potency. So he's looking to be 3. Let's see how he does. He's going to willpower this for the extra 2.
Ha!
Ooh.
Hey!
Ah.
Oh,
your
no.
own reflection invokes your own deepest fear, and he just begins falling to his knees.
See, that's what I thought. I'm the one who's on
What
top.
exactly is the condition or effect supposed to impose here?
Okay, it's the frightened condition. It's on page 303.
Doop doop doo. 303. Doop 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 doo. Frightened.
I was actually on
Scared to the point you lose rational
304.
thoughts. Whatever the case, you need to leave right now. Your only priority is getting the fuck away from everything that frightened you.
Nice.
Yep.
So he is trying to scramble back to the pool, and as he does so, He goes, save me! No, I don't deserve this. I'm better than you.
I just cackle, and that's the end of my turn.
Jackpot, kill them! Kill them! And in response, Jackpot will say, "Who are you talking to?"
Oh God.
Sarah.
Yes.
So you've seen an arrow go through straight Ryugi to no reaction except a little bit of a shimmer. What are you gonna do now?
So I'm guessing those scepters in his hands aren't real either.
Nuh-uh.
Damn it. Well, there goes my theory. Let's see. I guess we got to deal with our own demons then. I am going to, well, still on the ceiling. So did she, whatever she used, did that inflict, it just inflict bashing, but did it give me a condition of anything?
No.
Okay. I am going to. I am gonna activate animalism level 1.
Okay.
And
Of note, your animals do not appear to be here.
oh
at the
no,
moment.
I'm
So,
gonna
yeah.
see if I can use it to maybe command Rat Sarah.
Okay. Is there an opposed roll on that? I forget. Or is it just rolling to see if it works?
It is
Actually, never mind. Go ahead and make your roll. There is a opposed roll on this then.
okay. Yeah, manipulation, animal can, animalism.
Ooh, okay.
Oh man, I'm afraid to look.
Let's see your roll.
Hey, look at that.
Ooh, very nice. It starts to stand stock still and just gaze straight at you. Oh no.
I'm gonna tell it to crawl back into whatever hole it came from.
Not nice. And you give it its command then.
Yep.
Thomas double.
Oh man, so they deal with this fucker. Ow.
And he's going to just sort of start yelling at you continuously in your mother's voice.
Oh no. Oh, that's
And
awful.
as he yells, go ahead and roll Resolve, Composure, and Blood Potency.
Oh God. Wait, what did I have my
Despite the
history?
familiar berating, you manage to kind of shrug it off and stay focused on your own defense.
Whew. I like. Okay. Sweet.
Jack, it's your turn. Your double looks like he's about to move.
Okay. You said there was a pool somewhere in this room?
Yes, just behind you. It appears to probably just be water.
When I look in it, does it look like just water?
Yeah, you approach it, and looking in, it appears to just be water.
I'll jump in.
Of course, you don't see your reflection in it.
Yeah, as I said, I'll jump in.
Alright. You jump in. Go ahead and roll me some into cult.
So, chance.
All right. You feel a shock through your system. You see through the eyes of your double. You feel like your double for a moment. You are just a robot. You are nothing but a tool. That is all that can keep going through your mind as you splash gently in the ankle-high water. If you want to, or nah, never mind. This is fine. Do you deny that you're like your double?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Okay. The Sarah double will go ahead and jump straight into the pool, disappearing inside of it.
And don't come back.
Sarah disappears.
What?
Yep, as far as everyone sees, Sarah disappears.
Real Sarah?
Yep, you, Sarah.
Oh, okay.
To everyone else. The Jack double will go ahead and turn. Who's here? Turn towards Guntram. His arm will open up into a set of gun barrels, and he will open fire.
Fuck, I'll dodge pro.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and take a -2 on that, and he's going to be rolling a small amount of dice. His voice line this time is incoherent, static scratching of a broken voice box.
Oh, ow.
It rather hurts. Of course, it's hard to hear over the gunfire. Alright, he ends up with 1 success and will deal 2 lethal damage.
Alright.
Alright. Thomas.
Okay.
What are you going to do? Your double is yelling at you.
Oh, sorry. Didn't catch that. How far is Thomas from the pool?
A few feet. You could get there in a single movement. It's in between you and Ryugi, of course, so going around it takes longer.
He's still on guard. He's going to the pool and have his back turned towards the pool. And I guess at that point he'll be yelling at his double, just trying to catch his attention, trying to get him angry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll like manipulation, intimidate, or subterfuge. I know what you're thinking.
Well, he has no intimidation, so this is gonna be fun.
No
Let's see how this-
subterfuge either?
Nope. He only has empathy, expression, well, he has persuasion.
Well, you're not quite trying to convince him of anything here.
Either like convince him to, at least come and get him, or something like that, or that won't work either. Okay.
So you're trying to trick him to attack you to get into the pool.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm
So-
just trying to trick him.
Yep. So let's roll our manipulation, see how well you do.
All right.
With the -1 because you're unskilled, of course. So
Got it.
yep. Willpower it.
Ooh, ow. Well, that turned out pretty fun. Oops. Yeah, he's like the most honest ever. He might be adult, and it's 0 successes. I don't know what type of
Wait,
failure
Nell,
that would
is
be.
your is all of your
Hmm?
boxes filled? Because I don't know if you have a -3 to wound penalties yet.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I
maybe
think-
you filled it in on the wrong side.
Yeah, I think you're marking
go
it the
from
wrong
left to
way.
right.
is it left to right or right to left?
Yeah. No, left to right.
Oops.
Yeah.
Where's our Thomas?
Okay, filled it in. My bad.
There you go. Now you don't have massive -3 penalties.
That'll help.
So since you didn't
Yeah,
actually
okay.
roll dice here, let's go ahead and roll that actual 1 dice you get.
Aw.
Unfortunately, still doesn't work.
Oh well.
Oh, is it a traumatic failure then? I don't know what that would
If you
be.
choose to, you could get a beat for it.
Sure, let's see how humiliated Thomas is gonna sound. I think he's just too much of a shock that this is happening, and I
Yeah,
feel
you
sorry for
sound
him.
like a
Poor
sweet
guy.
teenager for a moment. And
Yeah.
your double replies, "Don't you lie to mommy." And it's hard not to
Aw.
break out into tears. And you take a
Aw.
short little step back into the pool as you withdraw. Roll me into cult.
And a cult?
Yes.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh,
Nice.
whew.
You have a similar vision to Jack. Your perspective changes rapidly, and you feel you are your double. Like you do have a connection to it. But you at least can sort of maintain a bit of separation. Is he you?
Yeah.
He is what you're saying.
It's very uncomfortable.
You don't
So, yep.
reject this at all.
Aw. Okay, I'll take that.
No, I mean that was a question. Do you reject it?
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't saying. I'm sorry if that came off like that. Who am I?
If he rejects this, wait, that double is also him?
Yes.
Is that the question?
Yes.
He will,
Is this really you?
oh, this is a tough one for him. He'll say no.
All right.
Yep.
When you get your next turn, you have an optional action to take.
Okay.
But you do end up tripping backwards into the pool after having your little sudden revelation. You are on your ass in ankle-high water. After you ended up crying.
Oh.
It's a
Oh,
little
well,
embarrassing.
it is, and you see a grown-ass man crying.
The
Oh.
Guntram double finishes crawling back into the pool, whimpering, slithering his way in, with his bodyguards still attached to him. Almost like they were just extra limbs. And when he does, Guntram disappears. On the flip side, Guntram, you awaken. You are lying on the floor. You can see Sarah stirring a little bit too. Everyone else also appears to be knocked out. Looking across the pool, you can see the cultists are there, still chanting, and you can see Thomas dragging Shiki closer to the altar, and trying to throw her on top of it. Shiki
Oh,
appears to
shit.
be knocked out.
Fuck.
I would like you to make a humanity roll. And let me figure out what level I was going to do that at.
What? What? Why
It
do I have
was
to
going to
roll
be 4
humanity?
dice initially, but because you accepted that your double was you and has
I
the exact
didn't.
same fears,
Oh, actually, okay, yeah, I did at the beginning. That's true. You're
it will
right.
start at 2 dice. And you do have your touchstone, so you get to add those back at least.
Okay. All right.
So
cool.
you were at 4 rather than everyone else's possible higher amount.
Oh
Awesome.
no!
You
My humanity
realize you
goes
have
down.
way too much in common with what you just saw, and you're kind of okay with that. You even used it to your advantage. You are
I
the
did.
same. You are a sneaky, slithery, conniving snake. And it feels good. So, you do get the beat for the breaking point, I believe, don't you?
Yes.
And you do go down to that humanity, don't you?
Yep. It's at 6 now, so that means my clan bane will start to become active.
Looked into the abyss and was like, fuck you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
On the plus side, you do still have your action.
I mean, Guntram did
And you got a gun.
Guntram did firmly believe though that he was better than his copy though. I'm not sure if that makes a difference, but
Well, the only exception I'm making is you did use it to your advantage, and you didn't negate first that he wasn't you.
no, exactly. Like,
You instead just kind of rolled with it.
yeah,
It's
I
like,
kind of
yeah,
roll with it. I
you
was
were
like, okay,
similar,
if
but
you-
you were the better version. So
yeah, like the idea was like, okay, if you really are like me, well, let's test that. Let's see if you really are like me.
These are parts of you that you just accept. But what are you gonna do? Your gun's just an inch away. Ryugi is right up next to the
I'm-
altar, standing.
I see it. Thomas is dragging Sarah to the altar, right?
Sure is.
And she's passed out.
Correct.
Now, there's 2 things I'm thinking right here. Because clearly we do not want that ritual to happen. And the 2 most obvious actions right now to stop this the quickest way is either shoot Thomas or shoot Sarah Ryugi.
oh,
So I'm kind of thinking right now which of these 2 is would Guntram do.
Ooh, tough decision.
I mean, his humanity isn't that low, is it?
If you're still deciding, we could go ahead and go Sarah's turn and see what she does. You could wait a moment.
Yeah, would I be allowed, since we're not doing the reverse declaration, can I delay my turn until after Sarah?
Correct.
Cool.
Because you have the
I'll
higher
ask.
initiative, you can choose to go, I'm gonna wait and interrupt someone.
Yeah, I'll wait and see what Sarah does first before I make my decision.
Okay. Sarah,
I'm gonna let you finish, but
you have the initiative. You also didn't really negate what your opposite was, in fact. Instead, you dominated your opposite. You just took control of it.
yeah,
Roll humanity. Starts at 4
Ugh.
dice, and you have your touchstone, don't you?
I do.
So, well, we're at 6 dice then, aren't we?
We are.
Wait, she doesn't get the penalty like I did?
She didn't use the knowledge of her own internal fears
Oh, okay,
and
fair
make
enough.
a direct, intimate connection like that.
I more or less kind of like told it to go the hell away, so
Yeah.
I kind of was refuting it.
Point
Trying
being,
to
though,
one-up
you are
us.
still making the roll. So
Oh,
let's
yes.
see how this turns
So-
out.
All right then. 60, 10. All right.
You do get a success. You do get the beat for the breaking point, I believe.
Sweet.
And what was the result of success again? I believe you gain a condition if you didn't have one before.
You do.
Actually, I should be getting a condition as well.
Oh yeah, probably should. Want to check that out for me real quick. What should we be doing here?
Yeah, usually it's either spooked or shaken or guilty. Those are the three conditions you get
Oh.
if you either have a normal
Oh,
failure
right,
or
because
a
you're
normal.
because you're a vampire. It is bestial, competitive, or wanton.
Oh, I thought okay.
Yes,
I don't know
it's
what it
slightly
is for
different
the positive ones. Like I've never actually had to look that one up. Hang on, let's see.
So yeah, both of you will get a condition. Guntram, you can get competitive, and Sarah too.
Cool. I'll take that.
I think this might apply to the. Did you ever have a condition before already? Because I think we were covering this with Jack and his multiple continual nights of bestial condition.
I think I may have already had the bestial condition. Yeah.
Right. I think
'Cause
that
it's
might
still the same
inure you
night.
to future versions.
Okay.
Venture, help me out here.
Real quick.
I think you might know this.
So yeah, I'm looking something up right now, real quick. So let's see, breaking points, detachment, rolling for detachment results, failure. In my case, it was a failure. Character gets and moves towards monstrosity. In addition to losing a dot of humanity, gain the bestial, competitive, or wanton condition as he revels in the selfishness. On a success. Yeah, you also get bestial, competitive, or wanton condition as her nature pushes her to withdraw.
-2 die penalties on any roll where you don't spend willpower right now. Yikes.
So you said I was gonna get the competitive, right?
Hang on.
Yes. But the question was, I believe there was some rule that said you can only get one once a month or something, or according to blood potency or something.
If you have resolved the condition, you cannot be subject to the same condition again for a full month. If she had that condition, she resolved it. She can't.
I
get
don't
it,
think
then-
competitives ever come up, so everything should be good.
All right, competitive works.
Yeah. Okay. So Sarah, you do have an action. You are on the ground. You can pick yourself up. And of course, you see the same thing that Guntram just did. Guntram is also awake, wouldn't you know it?
How far am I from Ryugi?
About the same as you were before. It will require you to take at least 2 of your own movements given your speed. Interestingly enough, you are still in your rat shape.
Would I move faster if I do a wall crawl?
Not necessarily.
Dang.
You could definitely get around the cultists if they were being aggressive, but they seem a bit distracted.
Hmm. 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 Um. I am going to. Actually, I'm going to attempt to disrupt the cultists, I think.
Okay, what you could do for that end?
So I'm going to just pick one of them out, and they're all chanting around. Is it the pool they're chanting around, or they're chanting around something else?
Around the pool.
Around the pool? I'm going to attempt to knock one of them into it.
Okay then. Give me a quick strength brawl check.
uh, strength, brawl. Yeah. So looks like it's just a chance die for me. This should be good.
Let's see it happen.
I don't have any willpower either, so. Otherwise, oh wait. Actually, if I spend a blood, does that up my strength by 1 or 2?
2.
2.
Yup.
So 2.
Wait, why is this guy's defense 8? What's going on?
Okay, well that might be better. Better than so strength brawl.
Um,
Yeah, I mean 2 is better than 1, I guess. Does his defense negate it, or because he's otherwise occupied, can I get the
no,
jump
because
on
he's
him?
occupied, he is defenseless right now.
Alright, this should be good. Oh shit, I did it.
And you go for a shoulder drive straight into his back, and he kind of gives off like a very girly sounding squeak as he goes flying into the pool. Very much not anticipating this to happen.